What it do, baby? It's your boy Tyrik Wynn. It's another episode of NJP, Navigating Journalism Podcast. We are filming this episode, broadcasting from Wynn Productions LLC, right here in Fayetteville, Georgia. Any type of video production needs, studio rental needs, you can come right here to Wynn Productions LLC, 754-225-2805. We actually filming in the Tyrik Wynn Podcast Studio. So this is where we filming today's episode, man. But what I want to get into is we're going to talk a little bit about some true crime journalism up in this piece, because what I've noticed is that doing YouTube and stuff, because my episodes primarily go on YouTube, but I put them on other places too. But what I've noticed is when it comes to YouTube videos, titles is everything. So I'm going to put Fatal Attraction on the title of this video. It's going to be part of it, because I noticed whenever I put Fatal Attraction in the title, my views just go up. So that's what we're talking about today. We're going to talk about Fatal Attraction. So this is, a lot of y'all know that I am a national journalist on Fatal Attraction. I've been with TV1 and Fatal Attraction. I've been with them for over a year now, since May 2022. And so we did the last season, right? We did last season, had 50 episodes. I was doing about one episode a month, right? And now they're doing things a little bit differently, because I know a lot of people have been asking about my status on the show, and they haven't seen me post about the show in a while and stuff like that. So, well, for one part was we had recently just wrapped up last season, right? So we were on like a little break and stuff on our off season. And then, of course, filming now has picked back up. So now we're filming some couple more episodes. But it was crazy because I was kind of like, I wouldn't say I was scared or whatever about, like, I wasn't like concerned about my status or anything, because they always tell me I do a good job on the show and they really like me for the show and, and stuff. But it was kind of crazy because it was a while, because the way it works is, so I've usually go up to Knoxville, because we tape in Knoxville, Tennessee. And so I usually go up to Knoxville probably about once or twice a month to go film the show. And then it was crazy because it was like, oh, wow. It was like probably like 5 months had went by where I didn't get any calls or emails about the show. So I'm kind of like, okay, what's going on with the show? Like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? So I had just sent them an email. So I was like, what's going on with the show? I know y'all said we was going to immediately pick back up for filming for the next season. So, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Like do Ty still got his spot on the show? You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to make sure my spot is still secured on the show. And so they said that this year that they're just doing it a little differently, which is actually kind of cool. But what they're doing is they're going to go around to various cities where the crimes actually took place, right? So, of course, and because we do cases all over the United States, right? So they're actually going to start filming where the cases and murders and all that stuff took place, which is a pretty good idea, right? And it's crazy because before I come in and actually sit down and do the podcast, right? I'll sit at home and figure out, type up my topics, what I'm gonna talk about. And I was like, I'm gonna just talk about Fatal Attraction and my time being on the show and stuff, which I'll get into in just a little bit. But I was gonna talk about that on this episode, right? And then I had set that, and then I was actually on set doing not on set of Fatal Attraction, but I was doing, we were filming a music video for Wynn Productions and stuff. We were filming a music video. And then I looked down at my phone. Next thing you know, I'm getting an email from Fatal Attraction, right? So that it's just crazy, because I was literally praying about this. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a call back. I'm leaving for a call back, soon, right? And the next thing you know, they saying, hey, we got a shoot coming up. We wanted to know if you would be interested in doing it. I was like, yeah, let me know when. I'll adjust my schedule. So I do have an episode coming up that I'll be filming. I'm very excited about it. Of course, I'm going to get all the details and stuff like that, so I'm very excited about that. That's going to be coming up real soon. I'm not sure when they're filming the season right now. Not sure when these episodes are going to air, but as soon as I know, of course, I'm going to be sure to let y'all know what's going on, right? So that's a little bit about my status on Fatal Attraction. I know a lot of people are asking, so your boy is still on the show. I still have my spot. I'm still a journalist on the show. Probably like next season when you see it, I'm not going to have as many episodes as I did last season because, like I said, they're doing it in the various cities that it took place and stuff. Because, like, say, for instance, if they did it in Detroit, like, that's just kind of hard for me to go from Atlanta to Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not hard, but it's just like, you know, with scheduling, then they have to fly me out and all that stuff. And it's just a lot, right? So I think what they're going to start to do is I think they told me they want to start, like, using local talent in those cities and stuff. And they told me whenever they come to Atlanta, do some Georgia stories and stuff, which this one, actually, it's not an Atlanta one, but I don't want to give away the city. But it's not an Atlanta one. It's not an Atlanta crime story, but it is in Georgia. So I'll be doing that one coming up, so I'm really excited about that. But a lot of people have had a lot of questions about the show. And by the way, if you have, because I know of course, this show is geared towards journalists, but we're going to have a whole lot of Fatal Attraction fans that's going to be watching this episode. So if you have some questions for me about the show, maybe I don't mention it on this episode, please comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. So a lot of people have asked me, just going to go through a couple of questions. A lot of people have asked me, how in the world did you even get on the show? So it was kind of funny. Because this happened last year in May. So I was about to graduate from Georgia State, and my mom and I, we were just sitting watching the show, right? And Mom was like, you know, Terry, you ought to figure out how you can be on these true crime shows like Fatal Attraction, figure out how you can be a journalist on there, like how you can tell the story. I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. And so I was just like, I just did some research. And I couldn't find any applications, any leads, or nothing. Like, no way to get on the show, right? And so then this just goes back to what I was saying. Like I've been saying, relationships is everything. I'm going to say that again. Relationships is everything. If it wasn't for a relationship, I would not probably be on this show right now. The thing is, I had a relationship. And so by having a relationship with somebody who was already on the show, and I'm not going to shout their name out because they don't want all them people contacting them trying to get on the show, so I ain't going to shout them out. But they know who they are. They know exactly what they did and how they helped me out so much, so I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, just having a relationship, man. I had a relationship that I knew somebody who was already working on the show, or I found out that I knew somebody who was already working on the show. And I just hit them up. I was like, you know, like, they got any more spots left? You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a spot for little me, you know? So I hit them up, and next thing you know, they was like, they just told me they wanted to see some of my work. And I sent them some of my work, my anchor reporter reel, because I had just put it out since I was getting ready to graduate and stuff. So I just put out my news anchor, reporter reel, TV hosting reel, and all that stuff. And the next thing you know, 3 days later, I'm getting a call saying, Tyrik, can you come up and film an episode with us in Knoxville? And I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. Like, you know, like, where do I, like where y'all want me at? You know what I'm saying? So, and it was crazy because it actually happened. The day they wanted me to come up and film was actually on May 4th. And my graduation was on May 5th. So it's crazy because I got all of these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people coming in town for graduation, right? And I'm going out of town, right? I'm supposed to be in town entertaining folk, you know what I'm saying? So it was different, right? So I'm leaving out of town. I only told like a couple of family members that I was going to be out of town that day because, of course, everybody was texting me, Tyrik, what are you doing? Like, you know, what's going on tonight? You know, and stuff. So I had, got the, you know, everybody hitting me up and stuff, but, you know, I'm out of town. So I'm on my way out of town. It was crazy because I graduated, fun fact, I actually graduated with Ludacris, right? You know, a lot of fans, you know, welcome to Atlanta where the players play. Y'all know what's up. That's Luda and Jermaine. So Luda was graduating with me. So, but Luda's graduation was the day before mine. So Luda's graduation was on May 4th. I had reached out to Ludacris's people and I was like, hey, I have got to get this interview with Ludacris, right? And I reached out to his people, and his people say yes. The only thing that was kind of confusing was the timing of everything, right? Because, you know, sometimes them graduations can, you know, lag on, right? So I'm like, okay, I got to get this Ludacris interview, right, in Atlanta. Then I got to get up to Knoxville to film Fatal Attraction, right? So I got all this stuff going, and I got family. So it's just a whole bunch of stuff going on May 4th, right? May 4th, 2022. And so the good thing was, because I had to, see, the thing was, it wasn't no definite time. I just had to play it by ear, right? But I knew that I had to be in Knoxville to film Fatal Attraction by a certain time. So what happened was, got there early for Ludacris' graduation at Georgia State. And it was in the morning. So that was the good thing. It was in the morning, right? So all I had to do was just wait till the graduation was over. And I was already on the sideline. Dad had the camera set up. I had my mic in my hand, like, I was ready, yo. And then I got to give a shout out to everybody who helped arrange that Ludacris interview. Man, that was awesome. Probably one of my most favorite interviews that I've done. And that interview has tons and tons of views, yo, all over across all social media platforms and stuff like that. So that was really exciting. Then as soon as I got that, and the great thing was I had mom and dad with me that day. So mom was actually, it was funny, right? So mom had pulled dad and I up to the back of the stadium, right? Then we had a golf cart waiting on dad and I. So the golf cart took us on the field, drove us to the field exactly where we was doing the interview. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Georgia State, man, for providing that exceptional service. Greatly appreciate that, man. Especially like, you know, I'm a product of Georgia State. So of course they had to do me. I really appreciate them, you know, treating me right and stuff, and just really having me set up. Because when I pulled up, they had my golf cart ready, all that stuff. They had my spot already secured on the sideline where I can do my interview and stuff, because it took place on the football field. So yeah, that happened. And then mom was just in the parking lot waiting. And then as soon as we got finished with that interview, mom came, picked us up. Then we hit that road to 75 all the way up to Knoxville. And then I knocked my Fatal Attraction episode out, got there probably literally like a couple minutes before it was showtime, before my call time. And then I was able to knock the episode out. It took me about a good, since that was my first time doing it, I didn't know what to expect. So I'd say it probably took me maybe about 1 to 2 hours to film it or whatever. But man, it was so exciting, man, just to be on set doing this show that, I mean, we've been watching this show for years. And fun fact is, true crime shows and all that stuff kind of gives me nightmares, right? So I was like I'll never like be on one of them shows, and then here I am, I'm on the show. Like, it's just crazy, right? So it just goes to show you sometimes like how that stuff happens, man. And so, but I'm just so grateful to be on the show, so grateful I have a spot on the show. It's just amazing, such a blessing that I'm able to do this, because not a lot of people get an opportunity such as this one, right? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, to be on national TV doing a very, very popular show. For those of y'all who don't know, Fatal Attraction is the #1 show on TV One. It is the fan favorite, yo, on TV One. It is the fan favorite show. People love the show. And then it's crazy, like sometimes when I'm out in public, I'll get noticed from the show, and sometimes like that. And then it'll be crazy. Like if somebody thinks they know me, they'll be like, hey, you know, like you look familiar. What do I know you from? And I'd be like, do you watch TV One? Do you watch Fatal Attraction? Yeah. I'd be like, well, I'll be on the show quite frequently. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's where I know you from and stuff. I knew you look familiar and stuff. So it'd be crazy. But I love the fans. The fan, you guys are fantastic. You guys are awesome. So I really appreciate that. And then sometimes when my episodes be airing, I'll be live tweeting with y'all, and that'd be a lot of fun too. We all be live tweeting and all that stuff. It was funny, yo. Let me tell y'all, I will say probably, as far as social media and live tweeting, one of my favorite moments was probably like when this one girl, I was live tweeting and I had tweeted a picture of myself, took a picture of the TV screen and me on the TV screen. I had tweeted a picture of myself. And then some lady was like, oh, you so handsome, or something like that. Or somebody said something about my waves or something, like, ooh, them waves are spinning on TV or something. I was like, okay, yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, love the female fans, man. So, yeah, man, but that's, just a couple more things that's just so rewarding about this opportunity and being on the show. And like I said, I'm just so grateful for it. and to be on the show for over a year. So there will be a big gap of episodes without me in it. But don't worry, I'm making a comeback on the show. So like I said, I have a booking that's going to take place very soon on Fatal Attraction. So that's going to be awesome. But I'm going to tell you something, and this is a blessing too. In the midst, right? In the midst of me having not being on the show, because they were, like I said, they were going to various cities where the crimes took place. In the midst of me not being on the show, right? I got a call from producers of another show on TV One, and they asked if I wanted to be part of that show, and I gladly accepted. We're going to talk about that on the next episode of NJP, because you got to figure out exactly, I'm going to tell y'all what show that is, and I'm going to talk about my experience filming with that show, because that was awesome as well. So make sure y'all stay tuned in for the next episode of NJP. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in to this episode of Navigating Journalism Podcast. It's been your boy, Tyrik Wynn, man. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms, Instagram, TyrikWynn.iHeartRadio. Also, make sure you connect with me on Facebook, Tyrik Wynn iHeartRadio. Also on Twitter, or X, it is Tyrik Wynn TV. TikTok, Tyrik Wynn _TV, or Tyrik Wynn TV. I can't remember off the top of my head. Also, make sure you guys do my clothing line as well. Make sure you guys please go support the clothing line, man, the Tyrik Wynn collection. If you want to support, no, not if. You guys are going to go support the Tyrik Wynn collection. Make sure y'all head over to my Instagram, TyrikWynn.iHeartRadio. Click the link in my bio. Shop the clothes, man. All that amazing stuff. We got What It Do, Baby shirts. You know, What It Do, Baby. That's my saying. I start everything, almost all my videos with What It Do, Baby. I like What It Do, Baby. I just love it, man. So I got that. I'm coming in hot shirts, all that type of good stuff. And I'm going to tell you this, right? The holidays is coming up. So these are great holiday gifts, man. And it's real, like, go on there, support your boy. And then at the same time, you killing two birds with one stone. You supporting your boy Tyrik Wynn, and you getting a Christmas gift for somebody. So go ahead, get somebody a Christmas gift. So listen, make sure y'all go support the clothing line. Link in my bio, TyrikWynn.iHeartRadio on Instagram. Also, make sure you guys share the episode with somebody. There's a share button at the bottom. Share it with a couple of people. You might know some Fatal Attraction fans. They might want to hear about of course they want to hear about this episode, right? So make sure you go ahead. Don't deprive them of this amazing episode. Make sure you share it with them. Share it. Come on now. Share it with them. So go ahead and hit that share button at the bottom. Share that. Then make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please do those. Like, comment, and subscribe. And then also there's a bell. Click the bell. You can get notifications whenever I drop a new video. I always try to drop consistent content on YouTube. So make sure you click that bell so you can get notifications every time a new episode is released. Like I said, it's been your boy Tyrik Wynn. Appreciate y'all so much tuning in to this episode of NJP, Navigating Journalism Podcast. Catch y'all next time.